All right, good morning, everyone. Tuesday again, October 31st, and I'm here to host another one of these discussion meetings. So, how many of you do I have today? Like 13, I think. And if anyone else, if more people are trying to come on, well, I'm sure we will let them in. But as of now, guys, let's go into our topics for today. I expect to have like 3 or 4 sessions today. And our first session will include these following questions or topics. All right, so as always, I'll give you multiple options to discuss. Feel free to discuss all of them, some of them, none of them, or maybe something else. You know, I don't care. Well, I do care a little bit, but it's up to you. It's a free country, wherever you are. Anyway, so what's one thing that drives you crazy about other people? Think about it. What could it be? Something that you find really annoying about other people. Number 2, what family member has had the greatest impact on you? Я на всякий случай переведу. Первое, то есть что вас, может быть, в других людях раздражает или выводит из себя? Второе, кто из членов вашей семьи имел наибольшее влияние на вас по жизни? And number 3, do you think you're smarter than your parents? Я думаю, тут даже переводить не нужно. Считаете ли вы, что вы умнее своих родителей? All right, let's spend maybe, I don't know, 5, 7, 10 minutes discussing this, and then I'll bring you back. And as always, I will appreciate if some of you, or at least one of you, talks to us in our group publicly. Okay? So let me just copy the questions. I'm gonna send the question. I'm gonna text you all the questions in the chat. So hopefully you will be able to see them in your smaller groups. And now 16 people, 14. So it's like 5 groups, I believe, right? 5 groups. All right, let's see. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and 1, 2. Okay, that should work. Guys, you know the drill. Just press yes and go to your smaller room and spend some time discussing these questions or any other questions, if you will. You would like to share with us, please. Would anyone like to speak publicly? You have an open microphone for a couple of minutes.
I can.
All right, Yelena, go ahead.
I give answer a second question. My sister has had the greatest impact on me in my childhood because my sister older me, but now she has not impact on me because we live very далеко, very
far from each other.
Very far for each other, and she don't have impact on me.
But do you keep in touch? Do you like
Yes,
know
we
each other?
keep touch. Very small, very small.
All right, okay.
It's very sad for me.
I feel like there is more to that story, but I'm not gonna go into this. That's none of my business. Anyway, okay, Yelena, thank you. Anyone else would like to share anything? No? Anyone? All right, then let's go to our second question session, or whatever you want to call it. So this one actually requires a little bit of an explanation because I have 2 big questions. They're not like discussion questions or anything, but they are related to language learning. So I'm gonna read it out loud. What do you think is more important in order to become a successful English speaker? Not just a speaker, just in general, good at English. So, and I give you 4 options, 4 like multiple answers. And you tell us, I mean, in your group, discuss which one do you think is more important, which one might be less important or the least important. So what is it? To have a great motivation. Like if you're motivated, you're gonna be, working hard to improve your language or your target language. Maybe spending a considerable amount of time living in an English-speaking country. То есть провести какой-то considerable, то есть значительное время, живя в англоязычной стране. All right, so that's option number 2. Maybe having a natural talent for language learning. Maybe you think this is more important. Because I know some people actually believe that there is, people who have talent and some people who maybe don't have talent or don't have a knack for learning languages. And option D, option number 4, an early start of this journey. And I will explain. That means that perhaps you believe that in order to be good at English, you have to start learning English as a child. Maybe not necessarily as as an infant being born in an English-speaking country, but maybe like, when you're like 6 years old, maybe even like 12 years old. So maybe you believe that you really have to, start this journey early to be really successful. So which one of these options do you think is the most relevant, the most important? Motivation, spending time in an English-speaking country, talent, natural talent, or like starting this early when you're a kid? So I hope this makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know. То есть, если, я надеюсь, тут понятно. То есть попробуйте просто как бы, что наиболее важно, что наименее важно, что вы считаете наиболее важным. То есть как-то такой try to rank them, то есть оценить, что хуже, что наиболее важно, что менее. And question number 2, similar. If you were given the following options to help you learn English language, what would you choose? То есть если бы у вас были вот 4 варианта, как улучшить ваш английский или любой другой язык, не суть, неважно, какую бы из этих опций вы выбрали? And I put in the brackets, the options are free of charge and other obligations like work, etc. То есть игнорируем там стоимость, деньги, время, что-то еще связано с работой, с семьей и так далее. То есть это как будто мы в вакууме живем. So, these are the options. То есть что, по-вашему, лучше всего повлияет на ваш язык из этих 4 опций? Okay, living for only a month in an English-speaking country. Only a month. B, a 1-year-long tutoring session with a native-speaking English teacher online. So you have a tutor, native English tutor. He helps you with your English online for 1 year. Probably not every day, maybe like twice a week or something. So, but 1-year tutoring session. Number 3, C, living with a native English speaker roommate for 6 months. So imagine you share an apartment. Yeah, it's called a roommate, but it's not necessarily that you share a room. You may share an apartment, a house. So, but it is a native English speaker who you live with. Okay, and option number 4, D, having a job that involves regular English conversations with business partners whose first language isn't English for 1 year. Okay, то есть еще раз смотрите, какая из этих опций больше всего вам поможет в вашем английском? Это месяц проживания в англоязычной стране, год заниматься с англоязычным репетитором, нейтивом, проживание с соседом по квартире или дому тоже нейтивом полгода, или же вы работаете на какой-то работе, в какой-то компании, где постоянно идет общение на английском, но при этом ваши коллеги не нейтивы. Да, они общаются на английском, скорее всего, неплохом, но при этом они не нейтивы. 1 год. All right? Okay, I'm going to post this all in the chat, so hopefully you will see it, but you have these 2 questions to discuss. All right, guys, if you wish, you may want to, like, I don't know, take a screenshot or something if you wish to discuss this, but I'm going to post this in the comment section, in the chat. Hopefully you will be able to see it. Yes. All right, 16 participants, so 5 groups again. All right, let's go. Yes. All right, guys, welcome back. I know this was an unusual type of questions, not a typical one, but still, what do you think? I mean, talk to me. I'm naturally curious to hear your answers. What do you think?
Alex, I can begin.
Sure.
Shortly,
Yulia, go ahead.
of course. Yes, shortly. The first questions, it was the first my motivation when I was a child. I was 14. It was USSR, and I moved to the Netherlands to study. And I found that my English speaking school taught me such bad English. It's a lot of mistakes. It's not a live language. It's archaic language and so on.
Oh yeah.
It was the great motivation, yes. And of course, motivation maybe when I began to work in big international companies. Anyway, English is international, and a lot of people from former USSR, countries CIS, and Europe and USA and so on. Everybody speaks English, just only English. It's official communication between colleagues in different countries. Anyway, if they have a native Spanish or something else language. And the second question, it's more interesting maybe question, I think so, because when after my English, I began to learn German. I really, only that time, I really understood what methods helps, what methods are the best for you, really, just only for you, because every people, yes, you know, people are very different. So, and methods should be, I think, different. And anyway, I understood that it's the best learning of foreign language. It's of course have native speaker tutorial. Yes, because you need teacher, you need native speaker teacher who corrects you, because no roommates, no any colleague will correct you. Anyway, of course, their main aim is to understand you, and yes, to understand you and to explain you what they are meaning. So it's only conversation discussing. Sorry, as now, as we have now, yes, it's just only, we don't correct people with their mistakes. We don't speak, oh, you forgot this article, oh, this verb is incorrect, and so on. But it's so important to have native speaker tutorial which correct you and speak your, sorry, please learn this. Yes, this verb, and so on. And of course, order. If you have, for example, German, it's very helpful. I have at least 30 minutes daily to listen to audio speech, which I have learned already. So it's very great for people when you have no time. We have no time to learn by heart everything. Yes, just only audio when you go to work, when you go to anywhere, and so on. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I totally agree with that last part when you referred to just listening. I mean, that's all I've been doing. I mean, like, probably 80% or 90% of my English activity, can I call it that way, over the years has been like just listening or watching something, but it's just listening.
Listening is the best.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Yulia, thank you. And would anyone else like to share their opinion? Just quickly, guys, like, you know, which option would you choose? Anyone?
I would like answer it.
Okay, Anastasia, yes, please go ahead.
I think if you need only speaking English for example, for traveling, for speak, more good will be live in a country where everyone speaks English, because you will have everyday practice, a lot of practice, and you will listen English. And you will always use new words, new sentence, new questions. But if you need normal English, I mean, you need read English books, you need not only speak. maybe watch TV, maybe text something. Better will have tutor, English tutor.
All right. So basically, it's for you, it's either living in a country or having a tutor. And you see, I specifically
For me,
meant,
living in country, of course.
You
Or
see, and
have a nature speaker
tutor.
Yeah. No. I mean, maybe have friend from nature English speaking country, and have enough practice every time.
All right. Okay. No, I mean, I was just trying to say that, I specifically included these like time parameters, like 1 month, half a year, 6 months, because obviously, yeah, most of us would probably agree that living in an English-speaking country is the best. But at the same time, you only have a month, and then you have like half a year with a roommate, all the stuff. But okay, all right. Anastasia, thank you. Anyone else, guys? Please, just briefly, shortly, tell us, talk to us. What do you think?
Oksana, don't you want to talk?
Me?
You. It seems to me you want it. No?
I can, in my opinion, I choose living in a half of year with a native speaker, because 1 month living in a native in English speaking country, it is not enough for me. English tutor, I have a lot of time, and it is not for me. I speak with a tutor and then I forget it. But if I have a daily conversation with a native speaker about half of year, I think it's enough for me that then I can speak fluently. Maybe not right in grammar, but fluently. My goal is speak fluently. I used to live in Slovakia, and I very quickly speak Slovakian language without tutors. Only with daily conversation with Slovakian native speakers. I worked in Slovakian company, and it was very easy way to speak foreign language. But English language I study from my childhood, and it is all my life I study this English language, and I cannot speak fluently. I can understand almost always. I can listen. I watch films, but I cannot speak English without English speaker conversation, daily conversation. It's all.
Well, you are speaking right now, Oksana. So I guess it depends on your definition of fluency. I mean,
but
I think you're doing all right.
But when I speak, for example, Slovakian language, I don't. I can. You don't think.
You don't think.
Yes,
you just
I don't
speak, right?
think about it. I speak. But when I need to speak English, I need to think how this word, how can I say it? If I said right or not, or I don't use this grammar, etc.
Yeah, I'm sure we all have been there or are still there to some extent. But yeah, I can certainly understand you. I mean, all right, Oksana, thank you. Thank you everyone who chimed in. Yeah, so now let's go to our next set of questions. All right. Again, as always, I like these like philosophical type of questions. So question number 1. What is one thing that you would like to change about the world? Or maybe your life? То есть, понятно, сюда. Что вы бы хотели одну какую-то вещь поменять в этом мире? Или в себе, может быть? Next question. What's the best thing about your gender? All right. Don't fight too much discussing this. or you just may want to skip this question if you don't like it. It's up to you. And next question, the last in this set of questions: if there was an extra hour every day, like 25th hour, what would you do with it? How would you spend it? Please don't say that you would. Okay, all right. Sleeping an extra hour is okay. Okay, I agree. All right. So, as always, I'm gonna text you these questions in the chat so that you can see them. And let's go. 16 people. Let's recreate our rooms. All right, let's go. No, we are almost 5 minutes past our limit. But if anyone would like to just quickly, very briefly say anything about any of these questions, like an extra hour, what you like about your gender, or what would you change in the world, just shortly, because we don't have much time. Actually, we don't have any time, but you know. Oh, anyone? Come on. All right, guys. So in this case, I guess, well, I'm gonna say that if I had some extra time in a day, I can talk a lot about how I would spend it on, reading, or maybe resting, or maybe meeting friends, or maybe doing something useful. But I think at the end of the day, I would end up just spending it on everything that I am already doing. Like, nothing would change dramatically, even though I think everyone, or most of us, or at least I would think that, yeah, sure, 1 hour I would do exactly this, exercise, read books, blah blah blah. Anyway, not to end on a very cynical point, I think I should say that all genders are great. There is no bad gender, there is no good gender, we're all good, and we should just be happy. All right, guys, thank you for coming on our meeting, and I hope to see you next time. And yeah, have a good day.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.